Hi, everybody. It's the baseball hype, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, the Hunter. Welcome back to the Baseball Hut 2. I hope you like this video. Hit that subscribe button. What could be called one of the most, most ironic, possibly ironic headlines for an article. Let me read you from Sportskeeda. Now, your host has questions. Question a lot about what's going on with this goofball Shohei Ohtani. And, he's the greatest player ever, of course. But this headline kind of puts a bullseye on him, and I think it was unintentional. Headline, Shohei Ohtani's Tokyo Dome blast breaks the internet as MLB's Japan opener stuns fans. This is like watching Barry Bonds all over again. Oh, really? Let me read this again. Shohei Ohtani's Tokyo Dome blast breaks the internet as MLB's Japan opener stuns fans. This is like watching Barry Bonds all over again. Now, if you don't know, the Dodgers are in Japan along with the Chicago Cubs. And they're going to play a 2-game series starting on Tuesday. And, of course, Shohei Ohtani is the big player in Major League Baseball, the biggest player in the world right now. And your host has had questions about him in particular for several reasons. Obviously, this thing with the interpreter. We have a thing called due process, but the due process seemed to be very quick for that interpreter. There's no trial. They just swept it very quickly on the rug. He pled guilty, and that was it. We moved on. End of story. Even though millions of dollars was passing hands going to this gambler out in California. And it did seem like Ohtani knew what was going on. However, when the initial reports started coming out, he knew. And he authorized the money to go to the bookie. You didn't know? What's weird here is that I have other questions. And that is his ability to be able to pitch and to pitch 7 innings when he was pitching, and then be able to hit 50 home runs like he has. I've wondered how is he able to do that. Now, last year, he was the first 40 or 50-50 man, and he was able to be only one of 6 players to hit 40-40, and he was a 50-50 man. No one's ever done that. 3 of those guys on that list were guys that were known steroid guys, and which turned out, unfortunately for them, one of them being Barry Bonds, Alex Rodriguez. And but what's so interesting is nobody asks questions. Like, the main question I have about Ohtani's abilities is how is his body able to recover after pitching? How's he able to recover from pitching and then play even as a DH? How's he able to do that? And to do it at such a high level. Very strange. And as you know, the steroid era, the biggest thing they said about the steroid era wasn't so much they got strength from it, they said, or the ball would travel further or the ball was thrown harder. They said the biggest thing was endurance, the ability to stay strong. That's what they said was the biggest takeaway of taking steroids. And let me read you the article. The MLB Tokyo Series 2025 is currently underway, and Los Angeles Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani is already putting on a show. Ohtani and the Dodgers took on the Yomiuri Giants on Saturday, and the slugger had a big moment at the plate in the 3rd inning. Fans flocked to the Tokyo Dome to watch Ohtani play in Japan once again, and it gave them something to cheer about as he belted a home run in the 3rd inning on Saturday. MLB shared a video of the event on X. We don't need to see the video. It's not germane, use a big word, to what I'm trying to talk about here. What's interesting is, because of social media, people reacting to this home run. One was quick to point out that watching Ohtani play baseball in 2025 reminded him of another superstar who played in California. Don't even care. This is like watching Barry Bonds all over again. Well, what's Barry Bonds known for, folks? Well, it's funny you should ask. He's known for steroids. One of the many things, of course, he's the all-time home run leader. He's a guy that prior to taking steroids was a guy that was probably going to go in the Hall of Fame. Now, your host believes that he should be in the Hall of Fame. It's taken me a long time to realize that. I feel like even though Roger Clemens is a skunk, he should be in the Hall of Fame as well. There aren't too many of these steroid guys I think should be in there, but Bonds and Clemens should be there. I also think Alex Rodriguez should be there too. But what's interesting is this fan brings up Barry Bonds when, again, Bonds was known for to be a guy that was a steroid guy, and he did have to go on in a trial. He had to testify in a trial, the Balco trial, where they were selling all kinds of illegal steroids, and he had his own girlfriend testify against him in this trial. Now he was found not guilty, but the point being, is people are comparing him to Bonds innocently. This is innocently comparing him to Barry Bonds. But again, there is a cloud over this guy that Major League Baseball has tried to sweep away. So when they do these videos, I'm going to be paying attention. But what's interesting, again, nobody in the media asks this guy, and he's very difficult to talk to. He was not a guy that was known to be a great teammate with the Angels. He's very difficult to talk to. He's very difficult to deal with. He's not the friendliest guy. It has nothing to do with the language barrier. He's just a very strange individual, from what I can ascertain and look at. Very much, isolated. And the big reason why he stayed in California was that he had that insulation away from the media. That's why he didn't come to New York. He didn't want to deal with the prodding fans and the heat of the East Coast. He wanted to stay in California where it's not a big deal about, they don't scrutinize everything the players do. Here they would certainly do that. And that's one of the main reasons and plus he has a little political cover there. Rumor was that the Justice Department of the former fake president, protected him, through their connections with Hollywood. CAA is the Hollywood's agency. And because of that, the belief is there was a quid pro quo between the fake Biden administration and CAA. And you've seen it if you paid attention. CAA just recently signed deals with fake President Biden and, of course, that crackhead Kamala in the past 2 months. So that is very... there's smoke, there's fire, and I've thought about this for a while. That something fishy was going on. Because like I said at the beginning of the video, they swept the whole thing with Ippei Masahara very quickly. U.S. Due process is a slow process, but for some reason that was swept very quickly, and they very quickly said that Ohtani had nothing to do with it. Very, very quickly. They said he had nothing to do with it, that was it. Well, so, my suspicions go up on a lot of stuff. And, but anyway, I thought that somebody comparing him to Barry Bonds was pretty funny and ironic. But I get a couple other things in here. So if you're looking for a certain video here, and I'm not saying that he's not a great player. I'm just saying that there are questions that need to be answered. And the truth always comes out. We know that. The truth always comes out, no matter when. No matter when or where or how. It always comes out. Well, let me know what you think about this video. And, of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut 2. I'll see you later.